Okay, so we're crossing over right now to Legon, and we're joining the mentorship session of the National Science and Maths Quiz. That's ahead of the clash itself. We've got some wild schools in the first contest. Stay with us and enjoy our coverage. This is Joy News.
Medical practice gives you opportunity to save lives. And this is very true. And certainly in my field, when for one reason or the other, you are not able to save the mother, it hits you like a bolt. It's also an opportunity to offer hope. Hope to your patients, hope to your couples, hope to your grandfathers and mothers. And it may be an opportunity to reform society through advice and insights, but the advice, the politicians don't take it, you see. If you want to be a bit philosophical, you start saying, why am I on earth? Perhaps that's why I'm here. It will certainly involve some amount of personal sacrifice. It certainly does. I get asked, I've got a son and a daughter, and I get asked, I know if your children doctors? I said, no. Why? I said, oh, my son, when he was a lot younger, now he's a big man, when he was a lot younger, he would say, I would ask him, but Kevin, why don't you want to become a doctor? I said, Daddy, you are never at home. When you come home, we are eating, the phone rings and you get up and go. When I ask you for money, so you don't have any money. Why should I become a doctor? For me, it is a calling. It is not just a job. We have this saying in medicine that as a doctor, I don't close from work. I finish my work. And part of a modification of the Hippocratic Oath, which we doctors take, is that you continue working until your patient relieves you or your legs relieve you. Do you get me? You continue working until either your patient gets better or kicks the bucket, or you collapse while looking after the patient. So you work until your work is finished. And that's why I say it has to be a calling, because if it's not, you won't enjoy your career. It is not an opportunity to make quick money. Yes, you can lead a very comfortable and rewarding life. I mean, look at my tummy. It is not an opportunity to take advantage of people, because you come into very close contact with people. You get to know their story, and they give you their story in trust, and you cannot let them down. It is not an opportunity to engage in illegality or criminality, and certainly it doesn't belong to anybody. It's not the preserve of any gender, race, tribe, or privileged few. I was told not to say this, but I will still say it. We use this word medical suicide because you want to focus. This is what you want to do. At age 9, there was a science fair at Cultural Center in Kumasi where I grew up. And one of the things that fascinated me was having The biology students, you probably would have done this experiment of having a pith, but the frog is alive and it's connected to this camograph and it's moving. So at age 9, I go there and I see, and I was fascinated. So I go back home, and I go back and speak to the people who were organizing it. They told me. So the next time I went home, the nearest frog I caught and put under a tin to finish my work and repeat the experiment, this time on my own at home. When I came back, a cousin of mine, and may he rest in peace, he's no longer with us, he had let the frog go away. You should come and see the war that was in the house. Because I wanted to be a doctor. There are countless opportunities in the health sciences. Medicine is just one of them. And for me, that's what I wanted to do, and that's what I'll encourage a lot of us to do. Ghana needs a lot of doctors. Our doctor-patient population ratio is not good. And a good many of us get trained here and we fly out and never come back. Please, if you've got the calling, if you've got the aptitude, sign up and enter a medical school. You will not regret it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Banful. Now I'll take questions from the audience. So if you have any question, just raise your hand. A mic will be brought to you, and you can ask your question. There's a question on the side.
Thank you very much. Please, I have two questions. Okay, so please, my first question is, if you have a Jehovah's Witness patient coming to your hospital and the person needs blood, seriously needs blood, but because of their beliefs, they can't take blood, what do you do in such a situation? Thank you.
You said two questions.
And okay, my second question is, deep down within you, why did you want to be a doctor? Why did you want to do medicine? Why?
I'll answer your second one first. I'll always say, maybe in my next life, I might be foolish enough to want to be a doctor again. I don't know whether that may answer your question. At A levels, I got an A in physics. All right? B in biology and A in chemistry. I could have gone on to be a nuclear scientist, but I wanted to be a doctor. So I don't know how to express it to you. That's why behind my exercise book I had written medical or suicide. Thankfully, I didn't commit suicide. Your first question about the Jehovah's Witness, this is ethical question. What would I do if a Jehovah's Witness person is dying? Requires blood. The Jehovah's Witness person would have signed that no matter what happens, do not give me blood. It is very difficult to see a life ebbing away because of that belief. I've learned my lesson, madam. Let me tell you a story about this. I practiced in South Africa for 24 years before I came back. There was a patient of mine who was a Jehovah's Witness lady. She was pregnant with her 8th child, didn't come to hospital in good time. She came in at a time when her womb had burst. Ruptured uterus. It's a life-threatening condition. If you don't enter quickly, you are gone. In fact, with ruptured uterus, once the womb bursts, the baby is gone. And you the mother whose life we are battling to save. And we need blood. We wheeled this patient into theater. Big anesthetist, me, other people, very quickly operating to stop the bleeding and remove the womb and all that. But before she could be put to sleep, the nurses asked her quietly, "We know you are your witness. You don't want blood. If you don't give you blood, you will die." It was recorded. The woman said, "Give me the blood." All right? So we went ahead and secretly gave her blood, 2 units on the table, otherwise she should have died on the theater table, really. And we swore each other to secrecy, because this is the woman wanted it. A few days later, the husband comes to me and asks me, "Did you give the patient blood?" And I said, "Yes, we did." "Why did you give her blood?" I said, "Well, on her deathbed, so to speak, she said we should give her the blood. So we gave her the blood." This woman was divorced by her husband. Your witness, they marry each other. They don't go out of the church. The man divorced her after the 8th child, but that child had died. So 7 children got divorced. This woman was working in a shop owned by a Jehovah's Witness person. She was fired because she was no longer clean. And to cap it all, 2 months after delivery, this woman hanged herself. It's a story I have never forgotten. And I've been asking myself, did I do her any good? If I didn't give her the blood, she would have died on the theater table. I gave her blood and she died 2 months later. Did I do right? I'm asking you as the question, did I do right? These are things that will forever etch on my mind.
We have another question down here somewhere. Yes, please bring the mic to the front here.
Sorry, I can't hear.
Thank you very much, Doc. I like the passion with which you did your presentation. When I was also coming up as a young boy in secondary school, my passion was to also become a medical doctor. I have abandoned that passion.
It's not too late.
But I'm also proud that if I had been a doctor, I would have been one doctor. But I'm now producing doctors because I'm a teacher.
Good.
I am teaching a lot of doctors, and I'm proud of that.
Good.
I would like to find out from you, something has been baffling my mind. Doctors save life, but some doctors also destroy life by causing abortion. What are some of the reasons why a doctor would like to cause an abortion?
Again, it's an ethical question. My simple answer is doctors save lives. Doctors who terminate pregnancy will do so in the hope that they will save the life of the mother. That's where I'll stop. Because in my field, I have terminated pregnancies. Sorry? Somebody asked how many? Oh, more than you can care to tell. I've been a consultant gynecologist since 1989, before a lot of people in this room were born. All right? I'll ignore that word killing. I have sworn an oath to save lives. Let's not bring in the religious and all that of termination of pregnancy. In fact, as I speak in my hospital, there's a patient who are advised to have termination of pregnancy because the condition she has, the mother, if the pregnancy goes on, she has a 70% chance of dying in pregnancy. 70% chance. She's got primary pulmonary hypertension, if you will understand it. And patients with primary pulmonary hypertension, the maternal mortality is about 70%. 7 out of 10 who have that don't make it in pregnancy. She's got 2 children already before she developed that condition. Why would I lead her on to die and leave the other 2 children? You see what I mean? We are not abortionists, but we are allowed to give advice when it concerns the mother and the unborn baby. Thank you.
Yes, we have another question. For some reason, the students are not asking questions. It's the teachers asking questions, maybe for the students.
Thank you, Doctor. Gynecologist dealing with the female reproductive tract and its diseases. The men, what is ours? And you do something about it? And the term.
We look after men when it concerns fertility. All right? But doctors who look after the reproductive tract of men, not just reproductive tract, doctors who look after the urogenital tract of men are called urologists. Again, it's a 4 or 6 year post first degree to do it. Those are the doctors who handle the prostate gland and its problems, the kidney and its problems, all the tracts, okay, and how they affect various diseases and various diseases affect it. They are urologists. They are urological surgeons. Like me, I'm a gynecological surgeon. All right.
Thank you very much, Dr. Banful. Do we have any other questions in the audience? Okay.
The lady.
Okay.
That lady there. Yeah? Yeah, that lady there. Yes. Yeah, you. Good.
Thank you very much. Okay, so please, I would also like you to please give a word of advice to anyone that wants to do medicine, like in the university, as to how they should go about their interview and how they should write their exam and what they should keep in mind as they go through the 6 years in medical school. Thank you.
Sorry, you want to know how they should go about which interview?
The interview, like after the results come out, they write an exam and they also go for an interview. So I would like you to please give them some words of advice. Thank you.
No, when you go to the interview, be yourself. I went for an interview, and there were six panelists. I think it was held Great Hall or somewhere like that. I was 19 then, and my late professor of surgery, who was on the panel, Professor Baidu, asked, "Why do you want to become a doctor?" And I said, "Sir, because I like the subject." He said, "Rubbish, you know you're a doctor, how can you like the subject?" This was at the interview. I was ruffled, but I was still chosen. Be yourself. Don't attempt to impress anybody. You know, it's so interesting when you sit in an interview, you ask a question, you see the person is struggling to use English words that he doesn't understand, your experiences. We are like your teachers, we are seasoned people. You open your mouth and I can tell you, be yourself, but have a passion for the work you're going to do. All right? In medical school, study, study, study. And for you as a woman, don't eat me up for what I'm going to say. But if you want to have a family after medical school, hook yourself up with somebody in medical school first. It doesn't have to be a doctor, all right? Because you spend all your time studying, and by the time you come out, all the nice boys are gone. Yeah. Any more?
Another round of applause for Dr. Banful, ladies and gentlemen.
Did you finish?
Yes.
Okay. Can I say the last
Yes,
one?
please. We'll give you the final words, Doc.
My final words are, we want you to come and join us in medicine, and Kwaboche, you are on.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, another round of applause for Dr. Richard Banful. The mentorship sessions of the 2018 National Science and Maths Quiz is brought to you by Bond Savings and Loans and RMG Ghana Limited. We have given you some evaluation forms to fill for us. What we'd like to know is whether these sessions are important to you, whether they are impactful, how well we are doing as in terms of the mentorship sessions. So please, when you are done filling your form, just raise it up. Production assistants will come and pick them up. Thank you very much. See you again tomorrow morning. Thank you.